Alright, and we are off. Now, I've had the pretty cool experience of being able to watch both of these players start from the beginning as far as learning this game at very different points in time. So it'll be interesting to see how they progressed. I've watched V0oid recently, and he's pretty close to record. I haven't seen Spike recently, though. I know he's been doing a lot of improvement lately. I watched his Donkey 2 improvement. But shoutouts to that golden naughty. That was a nice touch. Spike, doing it for the fans. Don't grab the barrel. He might have done it by accident, but you know, you can always play innocent. So it looks like V0oid taking an early lead because of that barrel throw. Now, again, the simple movement in this game, I've explained this before during commentary, in case there's anyone who hasn't seen this before. Rolling this game is the main, let's call it the main function of speedrunning it. You want to be rolling as much as possible. You can increase your roll by letting go and repressing Y rhythmically as you at certain times, depending on the roll. When you roll through enemies, and you're slowly, and as you do that, the longer you roll, the faster you go. You accelerate during the roll. And each enemy you roll through, you roll faster. And so, essentially, speedrunning this game is mapping out rolls to optimize it as much as possible. Now I'm thinking about, you're likely going to see roughly the same movement here from the two, for the most part. Not too much, even on easier strats in World 1. Now you'll notice in V0oid's movement here, he got stuck in a crawl space there for a moment, but rolling off the tire, rolling in a couple places where Spike might not be. I'm seeing a little bit of disparity, and that's going to make a big difference. You'll see that over the course of the run. I'm sure water stages are very simple. Unlike, I didn't mention this, but Diddy is significantly faster than Donkey. You want to be using Diddy as much as possible, except for certain locations where if the game forces you to use Donkey, such as for certain warps. Now, for water stages, On Guard is vastly faster. He clips through objects as well. You can skip through enemies. You won't see that much until later. And of course, you want to cut corners as much as possible, an optimal path through the stage, the best you can. And the little tough part about On Guard in this game is that you have to manually time the charges. If you don't time it right, you can't just mash. You won't get it. You can mash, it's slower though. So it's a little tough. Water stages are no joke. But Diddy and Donkey are the same speed in the water, so if anybody ever gets stuck with Donkey, you don't have to worry about, you know, the only time they'll lose is having to switch back to Diddy afterwards. Now there are a few stages like this where barrels carry you through the majority of the stage. You'll see V0oid here doing a long extended roll. The trick I was talking about before, you cannot make it over all 4 of those Kremlins without doing an extended roll. You have to let go through the 3rd one, Spike's doing it now, and then repress before the last one. And that kind of thing. So what extended rolling allows you to do is just do jumps and rolls and other things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. The naughty here can be hit as soon as he hits the peak of his jump. V0oid had a couple good hits there. It's pretty hard. You want to be careful though, because if you hit him early, you'll bounce off of him, and you can lose Diddy in the process of that. Or just lose a bunch of times. V0oid hitting in a World 2 now. Spike not too far behind, about half a stage, I would wager. This is a very short stage though, so half a stage it kind of varies a bit. Lots of extended rolling going on in this stage. You'll see a big we'll see how Spike tackles it here. Oh yeah, see, big extendo in the beginning that V0oid did, that Spike opted out of. So it's all the little things in this game. It's if you ever watch record holders run this game, you know they mostly talk about hitting all the frame perfect tricks and stuff. But when you're new, when you're getting, or when you're just improving still, you're not worried about the jump rolls yet. You gotta roll as much as possible. Just any time spent not rolling is time. Generally, it's better spent rolling, is how I usually put it. Which, I mean, if anybody knows what that's a reference to, shout it out in the chat. You'll get cool guy points. Now you'll look on V0oid's stream, he's doing a very hard tech called the B skip, and crawl spaces in this game, you can avoid crawling by holding down and jumping as you enter the crawl space. And so as long as you're crouching, you don't let go of down, you can keep jumping, and if you roll at the right time, you can actually zip, it'll push you out, and if it'll push you out of the wall. And very, very light, very small form of zipping in this game. That's about the only zips you'll get. Nothing, no Mega Man stuff here, but it can speed up some sections very nicely. OP. So we got Void, a stage ahead here, although this is another short one. My favorite warp in the game, you can just walk out and say, screw this stage, I'm out of here. Void setting up a super jump. It's the first glitch you'll see in the game here, depending on whether or not you define extended rolling as intended or not. So the way this trick is set up is that if you sacrifice a Kong near a wall, they jump to the sky instead of running away. And you can take control of that jump if you get that Kong back that you sacrificed, and you sacrifice your other Kong, get hit with your other Kong, and then hold B, and when you get hit in this game, you do an automatic jump. So if you just hold B before that automatic jump and then you land on something, you'll gain height, you'll control that super jump. If you ever do a manual jump, you'll cancel it. If you let go of B, you'll stop gaining height, but the height gain is infinite until you let go. And that'll be used to more effect later on in a few stages. But the same thing, super jump. The best thing about the super jump is that it allows you to skip the tire. You have to push a tire over the gap. There's a gap to the right of where they were going, and pushing the tire over that gap is extremely difficult and used to be a run killer. Used to be a really dumb run killer. And that was completely negated. It was my favorite development in the whole game, was that one super jump. Putting over 3-2, World 3 has a couple warps as well, including the first out of level warp you'll see in a moment. And the 3-1 warp is donkey only, which is why they didn't switch until afterwards. So 3-3 Void, there is a super jump and also a combination glitch with the super jump called the super jump roll, which lets you roll and fly in midair. I don't know if you'll see that here. It's, I went for it like an idiot. I think Lisa went for it at one point. Void opted not to. The smarter strategy. It's very risky. If you're early, you die. You just have to start over or ride the ropes, which is like 30 seconds slower. Well, it's only like 16 seconds slower than this, but ooh, Spike missing the tire roll, and he's got two bird tokens, so Spike has to be very careful here. Now, this is one of the most unfortunate situations in the game. If he grabs that, he is going to go into a bonus. I can't believe he went for that tire roll. That token is really easy to grab. If you if you grab 3 of the same animal buddies, you are thrown into a bonus, and you cannot exit. You have to wait until the timer goes out, and then it starts you at the beginning of the stage, no matter where you are, or the halfway barrel, I think, if you grab the halfway barrel. So there is a very hard to avoid bird token and poison pawn, and I don't know if Spike is aware of that. So I hope he is. And here's the super jump from Spike and Void is rolling through Temple Tempest, very deep rolls in the stage, lots of hard extendos. You've seen most of them already, but there's another one. We'll see if during this extendo, if Void rolls over the tire, he can continue it. If he rolls under it, he has to jump, and he got it. And then you get to jump over the naughty. You get to roll all the way into the tire and then roll off the platform above him. It's the coolest extended roll in the game, I think. And a little trivia bit, it's also the only roll in the game where Donkey is better at it than Diddy. And that's because Donkey is slightly slower, but as a result, he's able to roll through the millstone naughty, I mean. And normally you can roll through them, but Diddy gains too much height. Oh, Spike dropped an extender there. I think he let go of Y too late. I want to say, or too early. Like there are various ways you can fail that. You have to roll through the first two, let go before the third one, and then repress. But if you let go before the second one, you can fail it like that. I'm not really entirely confident how he did it, but definitely unfortunate here. I believe he repressed too soon. If you don't reach that, yeah, the jump too low or repressed too soon. Very hard stage. So Void's very smooth performance will look more impressive. Probably looks more impressive framed to this, so you can see how difficult this stage really is. If I was Spike here, I'd just take the ropes. Just take guys, if you're in a race, just take the ropes. Honestly, don't go for the hard stuff if you fail at once. That's how tilt happens. It's pretty rough, but hopefully, yeah, we'll see what he goes for. Yep, there's the rope. That's what I recommend. Nope. Oh no. Spike here is not having a good time. I believe we're on a two-stage deficit here now. Void, on the other hand, going through the current B boss, one of probably the most annoying bosses. All the bosses in this game are super simple, but this one's really annoying because it's just really easy to hit him too early or just slightly miss him when you're trying to time the hits. And if you miss one hit, the first hit's really hard optimally if you don't opt for DK instead. Uh-oh, yeah, I didn't even think about his lives. Next. Spike, just take the ropes! This extender does not. Oh no. This is a level of tilt I have not seen in a while. Or you could use the bird. There's a bird on this stage, and you can avoid doing all of this if you want to be safe. Spike has one more life left. I'm guessing he's off the planet. Or he's tilted off the planet already. If he doesn't save, like if he doesn't play safely here, I guess he's gonna quit unless he starts the whole stage over here. All right, press F, y'all. F to pay your specs. To my boy Spike, he is still going. I don't know if he's gonna dot quit, but for anyone who's in this race, please take the ropes. Or take the braid. If you die once, anti-tilt strats, don't go for the trick you just failed if it's not necessary. Alright, so we'll just talk about the game in general, I suppose, on Void stream here. Let's see. So this is a kind of slightly hidden warp barrel, the only one that's colored to the background of the stage to make it hard to see. Void not opting for a rope you can skip here, but very smooth movement through the stage overall. These ropes, you slide down when you hold them normally, so you have to jump off in order to scale them quickly. Why would you forfeit in turning? I don't know, man. It's that stream pressure, maybe. So on this one, the only time, again, I talked about how you can use the bird, or until he's mentioned using the bird. In Temple Tempest, what you can also use, well, you can't also do, I should say, the bird is mandatory. It is the only level where you have to use it pretty much unless you want to lose a billion. And really fun stage. This stage in particular is kind of interesting because it's super fast and quick, and it's a nightmare if you play it casually. And the speedrun just grabbed his espresso, which I didn't even know about before I started running this game. I didn't know the bird was there. No idea. And as a result, you just like completely ignore. You don't even have to deal with all the problems anybody had back then. Did he reset? No, he game over. He's out of lives, and you don't save in a race. So this is a over 2 minute water stage. Not really much to talk about here. Cut the corners, cut your Captivus. You just have to take each corner as optimally as you can, mash as hard as you can, while swimming upwards. And try, the best time you can get here is like a 2:15. I think a 2:16 is really good. 2:14 is CAS. No, not the water level. I skipped Temple Tempest today. I want to say, you know, the really bad part is I think I remember trying to teach Spike that extendo during one of his streams, so I may be partially responsible for this, at least a little bit. I can't remember if it was that extendo or the extendo. I know I taught him the extendo in one in Black. I don't know if I taught him that one. Either way, yeah, it's pretty rough. I didn't. Just, yeah, if you ever have trouble with that stage you're learning this game, take the bird. Bird loses about 5 seconds, I think. Getting DK caused lag. Yeah, when you get a Kong, there's delay. And when you have 2 Kongs on the map screen, you lose 10 frames each time you enter a stage. Alright, so this is where the run begins again. You have the way it's a pretty rough stage. So starting off, the oil drums, you can land on the edge of them. They only hurt you in the center, and you'll see that come into play more, where there are even more broken mechanics after the oil drum. You avoid getting the squawks with the light because he lags the game like hell, and you just flip through everything. It's really hard to see on stream. Unfortunately, it's not that hard to see on the TV. So you're just kind of watching Monkey roll in the dark, and you can't really tell he's going, but it's pretty tough. it's not easy. This is another one. So this stage is primarily around tire rules, and one of the cool things about World 4 is that every stage is very different. Every stage has a different mechanic, and this one is tire rolling. And tire rolling is just before the tire bounces you can tap Y to roll off of it, only if you're on the edge. So it's kind of hard to time. You gotta be in the right position. There's actually not really a timing to it. You just like tap Y right before you land, or you can land in the middle of the tire and then run to the edge and then tap Y. Go the back boost. That was pretty good. Yeah, you gotta avoid squawks. The lag actually kills you. It makes it harder. Then like the light helps you. It's really alright. Avoid going for. You can stand on the left side, on the top left of Best Banana Bound. He might get it this time. He's walking too far to the left. He has to stand on the right. You have to stand right to the right of the left side of that small banana bound in front. You can bounce to the top left edge, and then wait on top of the screen for the first to hit Naughty as soon as possible. It's quite hard to get up there though. I just learned it recently. That strat was made RTA viable by V0oid, the second place runner in all stages. So shout out to him for that. It's a pretty cool strat. I kind of hate how long it takes. V0oid with the SJR, hitting the frame, missing the Naughty though. So I hope he knows you have to let go at a different point if you don't hit that third Naughty because your SJR is going to be slower. It's right here. I don't know. I have no idea if he hit it, but we'll find out depending on when he drops. So it's really hard. You have to wiggle left a tiny bit. You have to go right, left, right, kind of that speed. Very quickly. Yes, he got it. Okay, he knows the backup. Yeah, you just have to learn a different visual cue for if you miss that Naughty. If you don't hold left long enough, you're just gonna hit the wall and lose your frame. And moving on to 5-3, another pretty unique stage. This one has a lot of more vertical elements. Now, you'll see verticality being introduced a lot more in DKC2, where many of the stages were planned entirely going upwards or downwards. Not really the case in this game, but this was kind of a precursor to it. As well as 4-2 Slipslide Ride, the only other stage with a lot of up and down. The elevators, of course, that's all mostly ignored here. You just roll, you don't wait for stuff. Roll and jump, pretty simple. You have to move left to spawn an elevator here, land back on the platform you were on, and then go back again so you can jump on it early. And here on the elevators, V0oid will be doing a manipulation for the elevators here. Now you wait a long time before you jump on this elevator, and it spawns the third one late so that you can skip it. That saves a decent amount of time. Now it's the only part of the stage where you have to wait for elevators at all. In Poison Pond, this is where you will see V0oid clip through objects with Espresso if he does it right. Look at Spike here, he's back at the end of World 2. Now, this boss is like deceivingly difficult if you want to get the earliest hits, because if you're too early, you bounce off of him. All the timing is radically different from the top to the bottom, and if you're going for optimal hits, it's really easy to get hit. Like, alright, so you'll see it mainly here. I'm going back to V0oid stream real quick. 3 mincer clips right here. 1. Oh, different strat. Okay, never mind. Like, you saw that clip. He didn't go for triple. I thought he would. Okay. No triple mincer from V0oid. And there is the bird token that I was talking about that Spike had to worry about, and Spike ended up game overing, so he doesn't have that problem anymore. So I'm kinda happy about that. Obviously not happy about the game over, but I don't know if he was gonna be ready for that. So that's the token. That's the third token I was talking about. Oh, I just saw him get a second one again. Oh no, never mind. I take that back. He just got 2 again. Oh no, it's the return. The return. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, so let me go back to V0oid stream here because he's doing a new glitch where if you roll into the cart without jumping into it, you get hit and you start mashing Y, you get to roll. The game thinks you're on the ground right now. So you get to roll through all of this. Now there's a jump roll you can get here too. V0oid missed it. So you just get to, casually float through this whole level until you get to this point, in which case the game sees, oh, there's a platform. Oh, he's not on the ground. After all, let's fix this. And thus the game returns to normal. PSA, you can save frames here if when you're rolling into this these minecart guys off the tires, just let it go by. Save a few frames. Shout out to Tapa for that strat. Alright, here's the super jump again. Now, that was a very scary setup by Spike. If you land right on that guy without hitting the ground beforehand, you'll actually get stuck on the ropes. So, and that's actually how we used to do the super jump, because we didn't know how to not get stuck on the ropes. So you would super jump, stand in place for about 8 seconds or something like that, and then go right, and then hop off the rope above the screen each time you grabbed it. So and then some Japanese passer, I believe, or Japanese runner, I'm not sure. I never saw the video myself, but I found out that if you just hit the ground, whenever you're in the falling state, you can't grab ropes. So when it's not from a jump, so that was made much easier. Very good blackout from V0oid. Lots of hard extendos and stuff on that one. I didn't check to see if he did the Omega, but rough stage either way. It looked pretty smooth from here. Everything I saw he did right. Spike is still going for these extendos, but he got it that time. First try too. What a shit. I wanna give shout outs to Spike just for going like, okay, he got the halfway barrel. That was, I don't know what happened to that row, but shout outs to Spike. Like I said during the other races, go hard to go home, and he's probably just, there's like a certain phase in this game where you're kind of just struggling through strats and you just have to force yourself to do stuff, and I respect that. I totally understand that. But I don't know. It's pretty rough. I don't know what to say. It's very, okay, that's an even harder extendo. And so I know what happened there, and it's really unfortunate. The game needs your roll sometimes when that happens, on the stage especially. You have to match. There are certain situations in this game where you have to match roll. If you don't match roll, after wonky situations, the game will eat your roll. So just everything is happening to this man right now. It's very unfortunate. Everything. V0oid, meanwhile, sitting through the 6-1 pseudo auto scroller. Come on, Spike, you can do it. And V0oid's gonna be going for a Frankfurter trick here that you saw him practicing beforehand. So I don't know if he's gonna go for Kremtut. There are 2 chances here. He's not going for Kremtut. We'll see how it happens. Just roll. Oh no. Does he hit the frame? V0oid hits the frame, so you get to watch him sail through the rest of the stage. What's he doing? I see. What's going on? Is he going to save? Looks like Spike is still determined to finish the run, but I have no idea what he's doing. I'm honestly lost, but looks like he's still in it for the long haul. Going to save on his second to last life. V0oid, meanwhile, going for Rambi through Manic Mincers. Now, at this stage, V0oid's having a rough time, so this stage is also quite annoying in the sense that so Rambi has delay. Rambi has input delay on his jump, and he also attacks things that are right in front of his face, as does Unguard. And you have to carry your Rambi through this. Now, if you get stuck like that, you don't save any time to Rambi anymore. But yeah, so normally you sacrifice Rambi on this, not this Mincer, but the next one, and you would use it to clear this gap without waiting. So Rambi finally gets use in the game. 6 worlds into the game, he gets the airship treatment right away. But we lost him even earlier than that. Alright, so in 6-3 here, next stage, there's going to be another SJR attempt here. Okay, he goes slightly different setup than what I'm used to seeing. Fall down, hit the frame. That is another with the extendo. Oh, no, he missed it. Okay, so you have to hit the frame, hit Y while you're holding B, hit the frame, let go, tap to do an extendo off the snake, and then repress around when you're back at the vertical, like, or horizontal position of where you started, and then you can hit another snake here. I don't even know the cue for this. I hope V0oid does. Well, you got the SJR though, still saves time, definitely. As you can see, he's still soaring through the level, just missed one of the snakes. And yep, looks like he's aware. Oh yeah, V0oid might be on PB pace. That is true, he's hit everything He's hit everything except for Forest so far, which he opted not to go for. That's definitely, definitely a good time with that. Yeah, Bird Tut. V0oid my PB, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. He's got currently a 33:20 something, I believe, which is, funny enough, almost the exact same time I had for a long time, or the exact same time as Gary's record, I should say. That's more significant. I was 1 second behind for a really long time. Didn't hit MCM, that's only 3 seconds. Alright, so there's like, you can't really see anything that's going on in this stage, but there are clap traps that jump when you jump. They're tied to your jumps, so it's pretty difficult to move. He just got past the hardest part now. You know, the last thing is landing next to this guy and rolling through him. He missed. Just, yeah, you bounce on him, roll past. Spike finally made it past Temple Tempest. Hallelujah. Alright, and the final stage. So if he hits one more, he's got one more frame he can try to hit, and if he fails, he has to go through the hardest stage in the game. Which is really scary when you're on a run like this, so let's see. Alright, messed up on the naughty there, just got a slightly different roll pattern. The frame is coming up here, roll, very small jump. And he hits it, oh my god. What a legend. Very much looking forward to what this time is going to be. hit the 32. Spike rolling through Clam City here. Pretty basic stuff now. Because we'll see how he. The most difficult thing here is playing. You know, when you're stuck in a mindset like that. All right. I want to give another PSA. For the first bird boss, don't do this. You know, it's a lot easier time. Okay, so like don't jump on the tire and then jump on the thing. You can just like run on the tire and then bounce, and that's it. That makes it a lot easier. You can't do that. You can't do that on this boss, but he did it on the first one. But you can do it on the first boss. I forgot to mention that. But guys, if you're learning this game, you're playing the World 2 boss, just run on the tire and make your life so much easier. All right, now we are looking. I don't know if he's gonna PB actually. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the time exactly when he entered. But all we have to do is hope for good hits. Nothing shaky. It's really easy to be shaky on this boss. No one nervous. Accidentally, Void's going for like very optimal hits on K roll. It's easy to accidentally jump early, and then you're stuck with Donkey, which is just a nightmare. 30-38, yeah, that sounds about right. So, not a PB, but a very, very good run. 33-01. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, we'll just fine. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Spike's screen for a moment. Spike doing some pretty rough extenders here in World 4, so it looks like he's got his head back in the game. So the crown's a very good weapon, you see. Like, there's even a point on that crown where even though it's in his hand, you can jump on his head, and there's a frame where you're jumping on his head, but his crown is in his hand and it still kills you. So that crown is like, you know, it's like, you know, you can make like ghost copies of itself. It's crazy. Spike opting for not only need, so this is planned, this word barrel right here, this is planned to be a donkey only barrel. But it turns out you can jump out of bounds and roll on the ceiling and roll back onto the barrel. But the easier way to do that is to just switch to Donkey, because even though Diddy jumps higher, Donkey can reach higher because he puts his arms above his head. It's kind of a weird dynamic. Spike, yeah, Spike game over. It almost game over twice. He's having a rough time. But hopefully, you know, it's just a wake-up call for certain strats for his future races. I don't know how he's done in any other races, if he's done any Void with the last hit. And we were right, 33-02.
Ladies, look at your PB. Now back to mine. Now back to your PB. Now back to mine.
Void just
Sadly, your
PB
PB is not mine, but it
20,
could be yours.
plus 20 seconds, I believe. So mega shoutouts to him. That's really awesome. So close to 32. This might be the most, like, what a contrast, man. Void just had the run of his life. Spike's having the worst run of his life. Man, what a race. It's crazy out here, yo. Spike up. Is he, what's going on here? Spike just decided to peace out. Looks like his plan was to just keep racing until Void finished. Void took all of Spike's energy, clearly. Void on some next level, I don't know, vampiric strats here. Record is 32-33 by Zen. Second place is 32-40 by V0oid 23. And yeah, we'll probably see Void shortly. Yeah, it was really cool that he decided to continue. I didn't know if he was going to try to finish the race or not, but just running until the race is over is probably actually the best decision, because then you have two things going on, but not any extra time. They're pretty hard, Spike. I don't blame you. Alright, we were waiting for V0oid. We're gonna get some Discord stuff sorted out to get him in this channel. If you ever need any help with that, Spike, let me know. I'll jump in your stream and help you figure it out. But yeah, so the bird is a lot slower. It's definitely good to learn that strat. Right, V0oid, perhaps. V0oid, are you choosing not to do an interview then? I don't know where you're at. I don't know where Fuse is right now. Alright, so let's see, Spike's in here, waiting to be moved. So I just checked the leaderboards and looks like V0oid just PB'd by 28 seconds. 29 seconds. So he took over Garrison's and Silent Wolf's plays, moving from 6th to 4th. No, wait, hold on. Let me look at it again. Alright, we have Izen, Faflo, me, Silent Wolf, Garrison, and V0oid moving from 6th to 4th. Yeah, okay. I was right. What a show, dude. What a good race. What a good race, people. That's really cool. Oh, apparently I can use it. Okay. So
I was like, there's nothing else I can do.
I didn't know. All right, so I'll interview you real quick, and I'll get V0oid in here. So Spike, how you feeling after that, man?
I mean, I'm sure probably, we're going no mic, no cam, so probably people are probably sitting there thinking like, oh, he must be like raging right now or pissed off. I knew going into today I wasn't gonna be a 3302. Even if V0oid had a I wasn't gonna be that.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Let me mute this real quick. Yeah, I wasn't gonna beat it anyway, so I didn't care. I just said like I'm just gonna go for everything. I know it's not the most exciting match to watch, but I could have either played it safe and still lost by 4 or 5 minutes, or just gone for everything and just basically treat it as extended practice.
Okay, I feel that. So what you're saying is you went hard and went home.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, so like on each of those deaths on Temple Tempest, I was just like, okay, let's just go again. Okay, let's just go again. Unfortunately, this game has a game over feature, and there's a save point after Temple Tempest. But
classic outdated design.
So I know a lot of people talk about, I remember people talking about back in the day that when you're first doing runs of this, you're first just trying to like finish runs at all.
Yeah.
Just because you're going for everything. So, and of course, I know the bird's there. I know it's like 5 seconds slower, but that's not what I'm going to do. To me, like, as in terms of like a tournament strategy, if you're not going to go for it here when it doesn't matter, when it's a blowout either way, then when are you going to go for it? So I just need more practice. It's fine.
I feel that.
So
trying to do hard tricks under pressure, you gotta warm up to that. It's definitely a different experience.
So, but V0oid though, there's the run.
Yeah, I'm about to get him in here. Anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's we'll do better next time. I promise.
All right, man. When's your next race? You got anything scheduled?
I don't. I need to check with you. I know one of them's out of town for a couple more days, and there's, I think, someone else in our pools. I'm not 100% sure, but
all right,
we'll let people know.
Yeah, so good luck with that, man. Definitely. Let me know if you need help with anything specific.
Will do. I'll let you know for sure.
Yeah. Take it easy. Thanks. Good show out there, everybody. All right. V0oid. How you feeling?
Hello and welcome.
Yes, welcome to you.
Would have been a 32 without that blunder in Mincers, but still super happy about that run.
What happened?
What happened? I was actually looking at Spike.
I had a first bad jump, and then I hit the first naughty after getting the rhino, and I couldn't make it up on the ledge. And then afterwards, I lost Remby, and it was just a struggle.
Yeah, bus. No, I was talking about that. I remembered it as soon as I said that. Yeah, Remby is really rough. You can slow down in a couple places to make that easier, but it's I recommend just practicing. Like, do you practice without slowing down at all?
I just tried to do what I usually do, which is like right before hitting the naughty, like I press B so that I can have a big jump to make it over the ledge. But I guess I pressed it too late, and
I got you.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All right, but yeah, that was crazy. That was that might have been better than the PB that I had. Might have taken third place if you had gone for Forest or something crazy like that. Although you generally wouldn't do that race, but in a normal situation, that was a crazy good run.
I'm probably never gonna go for a frenzy ever. I've not I just don't like the fact that you go for it and either like you're rewarded with the jump roll or you die.
Yeah,
or, like, you lose time over the normal strat, which is like meh.
Yeah, you lose a little bit of time over just going for the super jump, but if you're late, you get it anyway.
Yeah.
It's just on some days it's impossible not to do it. That was today for me. It's a good point, but are you gonna grind for anything better than that in the future, or are you just gonna keep practicing for the races?
Well, I would like a 32, but I don't know. Just the nature of the game. Like, if that's the final running that I get, then I'm like really happy about it. But there's still a lot of tournament left, and the way I saw it, like especially after Canis got his huge PB, was it like yesterday or 2 days ago? Like, I saw it as like the perfect way to maybe like get like good jump roll consistency, and with like my strats, maybe I can like one day get lucky and get the 32. But
yeah.
That's about it for me. Like I like this game more in no reset situations, because the grind is just too taxing and too dumb.
You told me.
Yeah, you can relate to that probably.
All right. Well, anything else you wanted to say? I think that about covers it.
Shout outs to Spike's Internet for finally cooperating.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, dude.
But, all right. Thank you guys for
that's about it.
Crazy race.
Yeah.
That's in the PB. Kudos to you, Spike, for sticking through all that. I would have tilted off the face of the earth myself, honestly.
We'll do better next time. That's all I can say.
Thanks for watching.